Hey, you guys! Oh my God, I have not gone live in so long. Hey, wait, why do my head looks so big? Oh, I don't want to put you guys in the sun. I told you guys to turn on your notifications because I'm always trying something new. I haven't done a live in forever. So, let me see. I'm in my work truck, you guys, so it's not the same. It's not the same. If you guys come in, say hi. Say hey, T-Bird. Say hey, girl, hey. How am I going live, but I'm not on Wi-Fi? I did not know I could do that. I'm at my Starbucks, you guys, but I thought that I had to get on Starbucks Wi-Fi in order to go live. That is crazy. You learn something new every day, every day. So anyway, you guys, I'm gonna just go ahead and title it so you guys know this is going to be a mukbang. I'm just coming on here to have my good lunch with you guys. I've been running errands, and I was like, hey, why don't I just go live with my peeps? I don't know if you guys are going to overheat. If the live just shuts off, you guys, it's just simply because the phone just overheated. It's Las Vegas. We're in triple digits. But anyway, you guys, I'm just out and about running errands. And so today I'm in the work truck and I had to get a smog test. So here in Las Vegas, we have to do a smog test every year in order to renew the tags on the trucks and the cars. And so every year for the work truck, for the landscaping business, we have to renew the tags in July. And so I renewed the tags in July. So that was literally the last time I drove. Isabel, you guys know I name all of my cars. And the main work truck, her name is Isabel. So I'm in Isabel today instead of Matthew. And so I just finished doing a smog test, you guys. She passed with flying colors for her gorgeous self. Soul Song Official. Hi, how are you? You guys say hi if you come in. Say, hey, girl, hey. You guys, it's been over a year. Has it been like almost 2 years since I went live with you guys? So I just wanted to come on here and say hi to you guys and go live. Uh, just Val said I'm sorry, you guys. It's a reflection on the phone because of the sun. You ever tried the minivan? Say hi, everybody. Say hi. Hi, David. The minivan is when you put two in the front engine. People always throw me off. Oh my God, I almost read that out loud. Anyway, so hey y'all, say hi when you come in. Say hi. So anyway, Isabel passed with flying colors with her smog test. And then they make it so convenient, you guys, because then at the same location where we do the smog test, I can just renew and pay for the renewal for the tags. And then they just mail the tags in the mail. And so I'm still within the month of July. And so I can just wait for them. He said maybe 2 or 3 business days and then I'll have my tags in the mail. Dang, I don't know how I can stop this from having such a reflection. Hey, T-Bird. Say hey, T-Bird. Hey, food yours. something, food something said, hey T-Bird, hey, 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 hey. So I decided to, wow, thank you so much. Thank you. Tracy, what's your moon sign? Dang. I just found this out. You guys, with our zodiac signs, I'm in Aries. And maybe you guys know, my birthday is April 7th. So I don't know what my moon sign is, but I just recently found that out and then forgot. I forgot. So anyway, I decided to come live and surprise you guys. And so I came live. I just finished going through Starbucks. I was making a video for you guys, and I just went through Starbucks. And yes, today I got my sriracha. Some people are like, where's your sriracha? So today I had to ask for it though, and I got my sriracha. So I already put the sriracha on the eggs. So we're going to just do kind of like a mukbang style, you guys. If you guys don't like mukbangs or don't like seeing me eat, then click off, because I need to eat. It is 12 o'clock here in Las Vegas, 12:21. And so I like to break my fast at 12 o'clock. I've been breaking my fast at 12 o'clock. And I have to break it at 12 instead of 2, you guys, because when I break my fast at 2, and I like to be done eating by 7. And so when I break it at 2, that only gives me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That only gives me 5 hours to eat everything I need to eat. Well, the problem is that I haven't been able to get a minimum of 100 grams of protein in those 5 hours. I'll eat, and then I'll just get busy doing something else. And then before I know it, it's time to eat again. And then before I know it, it's 7 o'clock, and I have not even come close to 100 grams of protein. So I've been trying to get minimum of 100 grams of protein in. And so then I had to open up my window, my eating window or feasting window. I opened it up at 12 instead of 2. And so that's how I'm able to get more protein in. And so now I just have the egg bites in here. They said they ran out of the normal containers. You guys know that I usually get my egg bites in. It's like a container like this. And so they said they ran out. And so then they put it in the, in this is actually their oatmeal cup. But it's cute. I like it like that, especially if I got sriracha on there, because the sauce will stay in there. Just Val says, my moon sign must be Cancer because I'm toxic AF. You admit that you are toxic? Why? Why are you toxic? No. We would only be able to know if you gave us your birth year and city born in. And then I don't see the name next to that. Say hello, hello, hello. Yes. Blue says getting enough protein is really hard. Yes, 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 it is. Blue says, say no to DL men, y'all. Oh, that is so funny. I'm going to have to turn up the air a little bit, you guys, because I think I might be able to stop it. I'm going to put the fan to go up on the phone. And let me see if I can turn that fan up just a little bit. And maybe if the air is going straight on my iPhone, if I can direct it that way, maybe it won't go out on me. Risha says, hi from Russia. Wow. Wow. Hello, Risha. Hi, how are you? Hello. So let me start eating, you guys, because I got to get my protein in. So this is just sriracha on here. I don't have to have the sriracha on my egg bites, you guys. But it definitely gives your egg bites a kick. It definitely does. And today I got the bacon Gruyere egg bites, and so now I just have the sriracha on there, and it definitely gives it a new kick. And now, because I don't know why I do this, but every time I drive Isabel, which is not often. Again, I think the last time I drove her was literally July of last year when I had to renew her tags. I don't usually drive her. The guys usually drive her, and she works every single day. And so I have her today. But look, every time I drive Isabel, you guys, I don't know why. It's like I packed like I'm going on a trip. So this is just like leftovers from dinner. This was a roast that I made, I think 2 nights ago. And so this is just leftover. And the reason why it's dented like that is because I heated it up in the microwave. And so for some reason, when I'm in Isabel and I'm not in Matthew, I just feel like I need to like pack for the day. And plus I didn't know how long it was going to be, you know, waiting for it to get the smog test. But I was in and out. There was no line or anything. But anyway, you guys, look at that. So I packed my roast in here. And that was the other reason why I got the sriracha, because I want to put some of the sriracha on this roast. We get this roast, you guys, from Costco. It's called the tri-tip beef roast. Oh my God, I love it, because I can just put it in a casserole dish with some onions, sometimes green beans, and potatoes. And then just put it in the oven, cook it for 1 hour and 30 minutes, and it's absolute perfection. It's already marinated. That's why I really like it about this one at Costco, because it's already marinated. Blue says, do you get tired of the Las Vegas heat? No, because I prefer heat. And I came from Missouri. And so Missouri, we had all seasons, but a lot of the winter season. And I was like, oh my God, if I can just get away from this snow and ice and tornadoes and all that nonsense, I was like happy. And so there was only like, at the time before I moved to Las Vegas, there was only, what was the other place? There was only 3 places that I wanted to move to. Las Vegas, Texas, and I kind of was considering, oh, no, I wasn't. I was about to say, maybe I was kind of considering California. No, I was never considering California, because California just got too much going on weather-wise and forest fires. I was like, absolutely not. It was Nevada were my 3 options. Nevada, Texas, and Arizona, because when I was in my 20s, I always, after college, I wanted to move to Phoenix, Arizona, always. And I always wanted to live somewhere where it was literally warm all year round. That's what why my choices was that. And so it just so happened that, you know, my partner at the time, he was already living in Las Vegas. And so I was like, wow, that is so funny. It must have been meant to be, because there was only 3 places I was willing to move, and Nevada was one of them. And so then that's what made my choice. But anyway, in Las Vegas, you guys, Goro says, you are so pretty. Wow, thank you so much. That's an amazing compliment. Have you tried chicken and rice Rizzo from KFC? No. Does KFC still have the grilled chicken? I used to get that grilled chicken from them, and I used to love it. But anyway, you guys, so that's why I decided to move to Las Vegas, and I love it. It really only gets, for me, now some people will say something different, but for me, it's really kind of like unbearable heat only in the in July and August. And that's what the guys say too. And they're working out here in landscaping every day. And they're like, it's just July and August that is unbearable. But what we tend to do is just stay inside. That's why I tell you guys, if you're going to visit, try not to come in July and August, because it is unbearable. Risha said, you live in America? Yes. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. Blue said, Phoenix Metro is good. Shout out to Arizona. Is her name Leverine? She said, you helped me leave my boyfriend. Good for you. I am trans, and I just want to say The dolls love you. Oh my God. Wow. What an amazing compliment. Thank you. Goro. Am I saying that right? Goro Frey says, I don't know, but they're tasty chicken and rice risotto. Well, I'm going to have to try that. I don't usually eat rice, but I will try it. CN says, I love Las Vegas. I do too. Love. I remember when I left Missouri, my family was like, you're going to come back. You going to come back. You don't want to be living out there in Sin City. And I was like, I don't think so. And then after I was living here for like 2 years, it's coming on 10 years now, but after 2 years, I was like, I'm never coming back to Missouri. Like, never. I love Las Vegas. I love the fact that Blue says it's been pretty mild over here in Phoenix this year. Really? Which is not common, right? Because Phoenix is usually hotter than Las Vegas. Healing says, hello, 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 you guys. Hello. And then chocolate cake. I freaking love that name. Chocolate cake. What made you start eating meat now, Tracy? Right? Because I was vegetarian for a little over 5 years, maybe? 5 years or 7 years. I started eating meat again because after being vegetarian, I think it was 7 years. After being let me think. Was that 2011 that I went vegetarian? And then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, I started eating meat in 2018. So that was 7 years I was vegetarian, you guys. And a good chunk of that time, I was also vegan. So I was trying to eat cheese or milk either. But I stopped that because in the end of 2017, the beginning of 2018, I went to go get my annual blood work done. And when I went to go get my annual blood work done, they drew my blood, and when the results came back, they were like, you're pre-diabetic. And I was like, how is that possible? And I was like, I'm eating clean, I'm eating good, I don't eat meat, I don't eat dairy, I don't drink milk, like I don't eat, and I've never been a sweet tooth type of person, you guys, so I don't eat candy. I rare, unless it's an occasion, somebody's birthday. I don't eat cake, I don't eat cookies, I don't eat pies. I didn't drink regular soda at that time. I would just have a Diet Coke every now and then. But I did drink wine every day. And and because I was vegetarian, I was eating a lot of carbs and a lot of faux meat. You know, like these meat substitutes, faux chicken patties, faux Beyond Burger, faux burgers and things like that. The doctors could not tell me. He said, what do we do if a friend of ours is dating a DL man but refuses to accept it? Let it be. She said, what do we do if a friend of ours is dating a DL man and won't accept it? You got to just let her go through that. You got to just let her go through that. And you've already told her that you suspect that he DL, you got to just let her go that. She got to figure that out on her own. Wish her well and send her peace. But the doctors didn't know why I was pre-diabetic, you guys. And so I had to do my own research, and come to find out, I realized all those carbs, all those potatoes, all of that wine that I was drinking, the wine just turns right into sugar. And all those carbs just turn right into sugar. And that's when I started my journey on low carb lifestyle. And that was back in 2018. And I never stopped. I just had blood work done last month and just got the results back. Everything perfect. Everything absolutely perfect. Cholesterol perfect. No signs of diabetes, nowhere to be found. everything perfect. The only thing I have to do now is concentrate on getting more protein in and lifting more weights. Chocolate Cake said, thank you, gorgeous. You're welcome. Gia says, you have to fast and then set your body on straight veggies. And then Gia says, wait, you're not pre-diabetic now? Nope. Nope. Just simply by changing my diet. This is why I'm always telling you guys, 90% of it, as far as your health, is pertaining to what you put in your mouth. So now, I don't drink alcohol at all. Of course, you guys know I don't smoke. I don't do any kind of drugs. And I fast. I eat between 12 and 7. And low carbs. Low carb. Oh, speaking of low carb, you guys, I'm telling you guys, I literally just packed my whole entire lunch. Look what I made the other day. These are my, I know it looks like not good, but you guys, look at this. These are these keto cookies that I make. Oh, I love them. They're made with natural peanut butter, no sugar added peanut butter. And then it's only like, what, 3 ingredients. Look at this. Oh my God, you guys, these are so freaking good. It's only 3 ingredients. 16 ounces of natural, no sugar added peanut butter. Not that Jif stuff, you guys. You got to get the organic natural peanut butter. And I do 16 ounces of the natural peanut butter, 2 eggs, and 1 cup of Splenda. And a teaspoon of vanilla extract. When I tell you delicious, oh my God. Delicious. Gia says, great. Blue says, I need to go low carb. I love sweets though. Blue, you know the one thing that I do not miss being low carb? You can find so many different keto snacks. You guys, the difference between keto, a keto diet and low carb is that keto is you only consume no more than 25 grams of carbohydrates. Low carb, you can consume anywhere from like 30 to, some people can consume up to like 80 or 90 carbs a day and still, you know, be considered low carb. I think it's like anything under 100 grams of carbs, you're still considered low carb. Keto just means you don't consume any more than 25 grams of carbs. And so if I'm in a weight loss mode, I like to try to go keto, where I'm like, I really try to reduce my carbs if I'm in weight loss. But if I'm in weight management, where I just want to maintain my current weight, then I'm more just like low carb. And I can go anywhere from like 30 carbs a day all the way up to like, I don't usually hit 100, but maybe 30 carbs a day to maybe 80 carbs a day. But Blue, things like those cookies, more and more, I've been seeing people selling in the grocery store, keto snacks. Oh my God. My go-to snacks when I'm looking for a sweet treat are these snacks made by, I do the Quest chips, but that's not sweet. But Quest makes these Reese's peanut butter cups, but they're all low carbs, you guys. They are real. They sell these even in the gas station. Just look for Quest products. Reese's Pieces, they taste like the real thing. You guys see, like, I consider my Americano that I get from Starbucks, it's like a sweet treat for me, but it's just Splenda in there. Like, choose your favorite sugar replacement. I use Splenda, I use stevia, and you don't miss the sweetness at all. and literally your palate will adapt. Mm-hmm. Wow, that is such an amazing compliment. Chocolate Cake said, your life feels like one big adventure. You're always doing something different and interesting. That is such a nice compliment. Oh my God. But you know what, Chocolate Cake? That's how it feels for me too. Like literally every day I wake up, I'm like, what am I going to do today? I am not kidding you guys. I told you guys, I look at life like life is just a big game. It is just a game. And I'm like, what adventure do I want to do today? I literally can make fun anywhere I go. I was just at the smog place. I was sitting there just a chit-chatting and talking with the guy. It was like just having lunch with a friend. I just make friends. I make anything, any task. I make it just a good time. When I'm even doing like regular mundane tasks around the house, like washing clothes, I just get my clothes. I go in front of Netflix, watch my little program, whatever program I'm watching, and I'll just sit in front of Netflix and I'm just like folding clothes. Like, so it doesn't even feel like a chore. I'm just like, oh, I got some good, fresh, clean, Gain scented clothes. You guys know I'm a Gain fanatic. But anyway, when I'm cooking, I'll just like put on my YouTube. But you guys know I enjoy cooking. But I'll just put on my YouTube right there in the kitchen. I'll be playing a good playlist, and I'm just dancing and singing around the kitchen. Like it doesn't even feel like a task. It feels like I'm just life is just good. Life is just good all the time. Do you guys know what I just recently started binge watching again? Orange is the New Black. It had been so long since I originally saw it. So now it's like watching it for the first time because I have forgotten everything about what happened. Oh my God. Did you guys ever watch Orange is the New Black? I am loving the rewatch. Loving. I love peanut butter cups too. I love peanut butter. I just love me some good peanut butter. Another good sweet treat that I love to eat, you guys, at the grocery store, the Duncan Hines cake. Duncan Hines makes keto. It'll literally say on the front, keto. And they have a yellow cake and they have brownies. Oh my God. The guys don't even know the difference. When I make this at home for the guys, they're not on low carb. They don't know the difference. They love it. They love the cake. And they love the brownies. Oh, this is the other thing I want to tell you about sweet treats. Oh my God, there's so many options out there. If you have a sweet tooth, if you look up any of these things that I'm telling you about, you're going to be like, oh my God, I can eat this and still be low carb? Yes. Check out Duncan Hines brownies, keto. For each piece of the brownie is only 2 carbs. The yellow cake for each slice of the yellow cake, and it's a nice little slice, you guys. The cake pieces are about, when you divide it up in a proper serving, it's about like this big. And I think that's only four net carbs. When they say net carbs, you guys, they just simply mean that when you take the carbohydrates and you subtract out the fiber, then that's the net carbs. It's this whole debate on what should you be counting. Net carbs or whole carbs, all the carbs, when you're trying to calculate keto or low carb. I don't think it makes a difference. I count net carbs. But there's so many options out there. There's also Breyers makes this low carb ice cream. You guys, I don't care what anybody says. You cannot tell the difference. It's by Breyer's ice cream, and it's called low carb. You can get it in vanilla ice cream, chocolate ice cream, or Neapolitan, where it's, what is that? Strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate in the same tub. I don't care what anybody says. I cannot tell the difference. I cannot tell the difference. What's another sweet treat that I like to grab? Oh! When you guys go to Walgreens, do you guys remember Atkins? Atkins still has products in CVS and Walgreens. You have to go in the aisle where, what is this aisle considered? Maybe this is the aisle for seniors or something. It's over there by like the vitamins and things. It's over there in the same aisle where you would find like Slim Fast shakes and what is the Ensure shakes that a lot of seniors will drink, the Ensure shakes to get all their vitamins and things in. In that aisle, you guys, look for Atkins products. Baby, when I tell you, Atkins has a M&Ms. It'll literally look like a package of M&Ms. It tastes just like the real M&Ms. I don't care what anybody says. There is a plethora of options, is what I'm telling you guys. If you've got a sweet tooth, oh my God. Also by Atkins, I just would buy the whole shelf of things in Atkins. Also, Atkins has this granola bar. It's a pretzel chocolate chip granola bar. Make sure, because there's a lot of options for chocolate chip granola bar, make sure it's the one that says chocolate chip pretzel. I think it only has 4 net grams of carbs. When I tell you delicious, and then has all your good protein and vitamins in there, I'm talking about absolutely delicious. You guys, what I didn't bring, I did not bring a knife for my roast. And so, I have to pull it apart. That piece had a lot of fat in it. This is good. And when you guys are doing the carb, you get full. That's what I told you guys. It's really hard for me to get my protein in when I'm trying to get it through meat, because I get full fast. You feel very freaking satisfied. I wanted to wash Isabel too, but because she's dusty. But the guys still have a lot of stuff in the back part on the bed, and there's still kind of like some leaves and debris, and I don't want to go through one of those car washes, and then when the machine gets to going, then it's going to kick up all of those leaves and debris, and it's going to leave it behind in the bay. I don't want to do that. If I knew of a place that I could go to that has one of the do you guys remember the old school car washes? Not these ones where it's just automatic, you just drive through and sit in your car. Remember the old school ones where you could just take the handle and you could spray it? That's how I used to wash my car back in Missouri. That was so funny. But you can just like take the handle and you spray it like this, and you spray the soap on, and then you spray it and rinse it off like this. And so I used to do that when I was in Missouri. I haven't done that ever since I've been in Las Vegas. But if I knew where one of those places was, I could just get back on the back of the bed. They have some tools back there too, but nothing too big. I think it's only like a shovel and some handheld tools, but I could just put those in the back. And if I knew one of these places, I could just do like this, and just spray off the bed. But with all that, those leaves back there, they're still gonna leave those leaves. I'll leave it in the car wash bin or bay. I don't want to do that. I'll just let the guys do it. But she's dusty. I wanted to wash her. Blue says, is it hard starting a business? I started my first business back in 2008, maybe 2008. My first business, you guys, was this home health care agency. And for me, the hardest part was just going through all the red tape, dealing with the state, because my home health care agency, the majority of my clients were Medicaid recipients. So I got paid, I billed Medicaid. And so I got paid through Medicaid. And so when you're starting your business, you have to go through all these courses through the state. You have to pass different tests, and you're dealing with, in a home health care agency, you're dealing with seniors. And it's like all this training that you need to go through when you're dealing with seniors and protecting seniors. But just billing, everything is, to me, that was like the hardest part of that type of business, was all the red to submit a proposal. Oh my God, at the time, they were super strict on approving proposals. People would submit these proposals and they would just get rejected. And then it was like, oh, you only had so many chances within a 12-month period to submit your proposal. And then you would have to wait. So to me, that was like the hardest part of that business, was just going through all the red tape and dealing with, the state and all of their guidelines and tests and things that you had to take. But once I got through that part of it and it got approved through the state, just actually getting everything started at that point was just about, getting clients and maintaining your clients, which basically pays the bills. But I was just more into, because I went to school, you guys, and got my business administration degree, but I had an emphasis in marketing. So I was all about how to market myself and my business in order to gain more clients. And so I was just always just looking to think outside the box. Like, if all the other businesses and home health care agencies was doing this, I was just like, okay, what can I do different to basically kind of set myself apart from everybody else? And that really did work a lot for me. The main takeaway that I got from that first business, you guys, was a lot of my competing agencies, they just wanted to get so big so fast that, they were just in such a rush to open up a storefront office, spending a lot of money on marketing and advertising, employing a lot of people, like hiring a lot of people. So what does that mean? That means their expenses were through the roof. Like, they were paying, back then, they were paying $700-800 just in office rent, just to rent an office space. They were paying a lot of money in employees, not aides. So with the home health care agency, we send out attendants or aides to seniors' homes. And the reason why the state wants to pay for this is because it's a lot less expensive on the state for seniors to stay in their home and just have someone come and assist them with the activities of daily living, as opposed to them entering into a nursing home. Also, you guys may know that a lot of seniors, when they enter into the nursing home, they go down fast. Like, families stop visiting them. They just kind of give up. They just give up. So the goal is to keep seniors living in their own homes and just offer assistance. And this is why Medicaid would pay for it, for them to have assistants to come in, or attendants to come in and help them with their, running their errands, cooking, cleaning, things like that, right? So That was really good. But a lot of these agencies at the time, they were just having such high expenses because they were not just employing a lot of aides, they were employing like office manager, office supervisor, somebody to do all the administrative work, do all the billing, and handling claims and things like that. Whereas I just kept my agency super super small, and so I did not do a storefront. And I remember at the time everybody was like, why aren't you doing a storefront? You should do a storefront. And I'm like, we're not required to have a storefront. I can just work from home. And then maybe 5, 6 years later, everybody was like, not everybody, but a lot of people who hadn't like blew up and got like these huge agencies, a lot of them were shutting down their office space because they were like, I'm paying $800 a month just in office space, and I really don't need office space, you guys, because we were literally sending attendants to directly to the seniors' homes. So my attendants work inside the houses of these seniors, and so the attendants are not coming to the office. Everything you did over your phone, so they clocked in through their phones. So no, the attendants didn't need to come to an office space, and the seniors definitely were not coming to the office space. So, just my abilities to be able to think outside the box, which is what really made that business very, very profitable for me. A lot of them were also spending a lot of time and money advertising, paying for big billboards, TV commercials, and things like that. Whereas I did the route of word of mouth. I was very heavy into just like word of mouth, going out. Another thing that I used to do that like was unheard of, like business owners would never, in this home healthcare agency field, the business owners, I don't know if this was just because of their egos, they would like to be removed from their clients. And I was like literally the exact opposite. I always wanted to go visit my clients. I would sit, oh my God, this was such a good time. I would go and sit with my clients. Like I had a whole schedule of like what days I was in what areas. And I would literally like pop up on, and you guys got to remember, these are seniors, these are old people, so they don't have anything to do. Oftentimes their family members are not coming to visit with them and sit and talk to them. So the only person they really would see from day in and day out would be their attendants that I would send out. And so, I would have them on rotation, you guys, where, if I'm in this area, I'm going to see these clients. Week 2 of every month, I'm in this area, so I'm going to go visit with these clients. Week 3, I'm going to be in this area, so I'm going to go and visit with these clients. And so what I would do, you guys, is that I would just like pop up on my clients, and they would be so, oh my God, these old people would be so freaking happy to see me. And they was like, what? Tracy, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? And I'll be like, see, you didn't know I was coming. You didn't know I was coming. And you guys, I would go in their apartments, go into their houses, and I would just sit there. They could not believe that. But that literally was one of those things that just like really set me apart from all the other agencies, is that I was definitely like hands-on. I would sit up in their apartments when I would go visit with them. It wasn't like a doctor where I'm just coming in. Okay, I'm just making sure that everything is going good with my attendant, and then my attendant is okay. Is she washing your clothes? Is she cooking you good meals? Is she running your errands, going to get your prescriptions? And like a checklist like this that oftentimes these other agencies would send their supervisors or managers out to do, I was actually doing it. So I was saving the money on not hiring a manager to do it, but also this just like really resonated with these clients, these seniors, because they were like, I cannot believe you are actually coming to my house and sitting and talking with me. And I wouldn't like put a time frame on it or anything. And it wasn't like while I'm there, I'm looking around their place and I am checking up on my attendant to make sure she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. But at the same time, I'm literally like there talking with them. It just kind of felt like I had a really good relationship with my grandmother. And so it just kind of felt like I would be sitting and talking with my grandmother, or like talking with a grandfather, something like that. And so I would like sit there, you guys, I would have coffee with them. They would always be, let me make you some oatmeal. I was like, okay. And they're like, really? You really want some oatmeal? I'm like, I want to eat what you eating. And oh my God, you guys. And I would just sit there and talk with my clients. I would watch whatever they were watching the news. A lot of them used to love this show. What is this detective show? I believe, what is that? Columbo? What is that detective show, you guys, back in the day? It's like this older white guy. No, he wasn't old. It was like this white guy. He was short. He had black hair, and he was a detective. Was that Columbus? I don't know. But a lot of them used to love that show. Or they would be watching, I don't know, some Jerry Springer type of show, some like daytime show like that. And I would just go in there and I would either be watching TV with them. We would just be sitting there talking like they were family members. And also they used to all have my number, like my direct phone number. So if anything was wrong, if anything happened, oftentimes they just wanted to talk, you guys, and they could literally just call me on the phone and talk. And so because that was the type of attention I gave them and the way that I ran my business, they would always give me word of mouth referrals. And so I literally didn't even have to like pay for all this advertising that a lot of these other agencies were doing. So I was able to like keep that money. Also because I was doing my own administrative, I was doing my own billing. I was again able to pocket that money. So that business was extremely profitable. I bought all kinds of houses because of that business, all kinds of cars because of that business. That business was extremely profitable. It was really good business. When we started the business here in Las Vegas with the landscaping, that wasn't too hard because we didn't have to go, I didn't have to go through all that red tape like I did with the home healthcare agency. It's like you pay for your licenses here in Vegas. To me, and I've heard a lot of people say this about Las Vegas and starting businesses, that it's really not that difficult. Like you pay for your license, you pay for your state license, you pay for your city license, keep your licenses up. It's like after then, it's just all about, you getting clients, maintaining your clients and things like that. So I didn't find it to be difficult at all with with starting businesses. I don't. I have a really like go-getter type of attitude anyway, you guys. That's just like the nature. This is like my personality. So it just wasn't hard for me. I don't feel like things are hard. Blue said, what do you think about Shira? Who is Shira, Blue? Who is Shira? I don't know if I know who you're talking about. Get some of my my roast here. Shira, tell me who you're talking about. What is this part? This must have been the end of the roast. Like the butt end. Is that what they call it? The butt end. Because that's, I don't know. It seems like I got a lot of fat on it that I'm having to get off of it. Blue says she is Miss Sprinkles for, oh God. Is that the person's name? I did not know that was her name. I do know about the Sprinkle though. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Sprinkle, correct me if I'm wrong. The Sprinkle, is that where she teaches the girls to basically use men for money? Is that right, Blue? Where she just teaches girls to try to manipulate and use men for money? Use men. I think she said something like, men are only good for money, or see what you can get out of these men. Something like that. Like see what you can use men to get money or something. Let me know. I believe that's the premise behind her message. That these men don't love you, which I agree. But I believe, to me, I think where we differ in our messages is because I believe she teaches them to use money. Okay, so Blue says she teaches women who be financially smart and get men to give them money so they can open their own business. Oh, I think that's where we differ. I don't like using anybody. I'm one of those women, you guys. I've just always been this way ever since I was a little girl. I'm one of those people where I'm like, get it. You find a way to get it, like on your own. hmm And I am not about manipulating a man to do anything. Now, that doesn't mean that I have not had men in the past help me get things. But it wasn't a manipulation. They did it because they wanted to do it. You know what I mean? Like I've had men buy me cars. But it wasn't because I manipulated them. They just were like, I want to buy your car. I've had men do a lot of things for me. I've had men pay my rent. I've had men pay my mortgage. I've had men take me on shopping sprees. I've had men I haven't had any man give me money to start a business. But if there was a man out there who wanted to give me money to start a business, I'm not opposed to that. It's just that I don't like the manipulation. I'm just one of those straightforward, what you see is what you get type of women, you guys. And so, um, if I was ever with a man and dating a man and I needed his help, absolutely, I would just ask him. I wouldn't manipulate him though. I would just ask him, like, hey, I need to pay my tuition this month, or hey, I need to pay a loan payment this month. Can you help me pay this loan month? I mean, this loan this month, And then if they wanted to do it, then great. But I'm not going to manipulate you, and I'm definitely not going to use you. If I was in that situation where I needed a man or I needed somebody to help me start a business, I would just present my case to the guy that I was dating, and I would just say, hey, I got all these bills on my plate right now. I want to say, for instance, like if you wanted to go back to nursing school, say, hey, I got a lot of bills on my plate right now. We're dating. And so if that man is dating you, he should want to have your best interest in mind as well. And so I would just be upfront with him and say, hey, I really want to go back. You guys, I am so silly. I'm so worried about the AC and my phone overheating. I didn't even have the phone plugged in, so the battery charge just died. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, that is so funny. That is so like me. I told you guys, I am goofy and silly as hell. Okay, so each one of these cookies, you guys, is supposed to be seven. When I did the calculation, should be 7 grams of protein. Okay, so I think it resumed, you guys. So I'll be on here for like another 10 more minutes, and then I'll end the live. That'll give it an hour on my live. You guys just had lunch with me. Yeah, it's so nice. Okay, so what I was saying to answer her question was, I don't mind a man helping you, but I don't like women just trying to manipulate men or use men to get money out of them. I don't like that. I'd rather you just be upfront and just say, hey, I need some money for XYZ. And if that man chooses to help you, then cool. You guys, I know sometimes on my channel, it may seem like I don't like men. That's not true. That's not true. Because all men are not bad. It's just that what I have found is that the majority of them kind of fall within this category that I'm always telling you guys about, as far as cheating, being DL, being physically, emotionally, verbally, spiritually, financially abusive, giving you some type of STD, being a PDF file. I have just found that most men fall in within those categories. But I don't hate men, you guys. I have had a lot of men over the years who have been very generous to me. I mean, very, very generous to me. So I don't have a problem with a man helping you out. It's just that I don't like any type of scenario where you have to, a woman needs to manipulate a man or not be on the up and up with a man if she needs his financial assistance. This is why I tell you guys, I absolutely love the OnlyFans pages, because it's just women like, hey, you want to see my body, you want me to see and do tricks and making whoopee with people on camera, then you got to pay for it. This is why I also tell you guys, I don't have a problem at all with strippers, sex workers. I don't have a problem with them at all, because they are so upfront. They're like, okay, you want this from me, I will give this to you, and here is my rate. This is what I charge for that. The problem is that most women go into these relationships with these men just giving away all kind of free labor. They like going to these relationships with these men, being these men's house slave, sex slave, and they're not getting anything out of it. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. So I don't have a problem with the message of, yeah, ask somebody. Like, I remember my grandmother used to tell me when I was in teenage years and started dating, she was like, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. But you don't need to manipulate people, just ask. I have just, over the years, with the men that I have dated, I didn't need to manipulate them. I didn't need to be cunning. I didn't need to be deceitful. I just would ask. I would just say, hi, I would like a gold chain. I don't know. It's my birthday. I want some gold hoop earrings. And they would just buy it. I just never had a problem out of the men. I've just been with a lot of men who were very, very generous. And they just did not have a problem with me asking for things that I wanted. And they would, as far as like these tangible, things, gifts and things like that, they didn't have a problem giving it to me. Maybe it's because I was a good girlfriend. Maybe because I was just a good wife. I don't know. But they didn't have a problem giving me things. And so I never really had a problem just saying what I wanted. Like I told you guys, I really don't understand a lot of what these young ladies going through today, where these men don't even want to buy these ladies nice 5-star dinners. This makes no sense to me. Blue said, what do you think of women who get into a relationship with a man who makes significantly less than her? No. Don't do it. Don't do it. I tried it. Don't do it. And let me tell you something, you guys. I really hate to say that. I really hate to say that, because there was a time in my life where I thought the only thing that matters is love. You guys know I am all rainbows anyway. I'm always talking about rainbows and butterflies. So there was a point, because in my life, I had always dated up. I had always dated older men, and I always dated men who had much more than me. I think 2 times I dated a man who had less than me, did not work. Did not work. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I think it's because when a man makes less than you, It may start off all good and dandy, but what I have found in my experience is that that man starts growing resentment toward that woman. He starts growing resentment toward that woman. I don't know if it's just because we're in this patriarchal system, but he starts growing resentment toward that woman. He doesn't respect the fact that that woman is the breadwinner. He doesn't respect the fact that she earns way more than him means that she is the provider, means that she is the head of the household. Most men, you guys, cannot adapt to this. And they want to start trying to tell that woman what to do because he thinks he's supposed to be her leader. And so it doesn't work. It doesn't work. The man just grows resentment toward that woman. And in my experience, that man is going to go and cheat on you. He's going to go and cheat on you. And he's going to go and cheat on you with a woman who he makes more money than her. You guys, men and their money is all interlinked like this. This is why so many of these men today are suffering so much with all these layoffs. Like, it literally affects their psyche. Because most men have connected their whole identity into work and their money. Most men, you guys, if they're not earning money, if they're not making money, they feel useless. They feel like what's the point of living if they're not making money? That's why a lot of these men out here are suffering so much. Because these men were told, you make money, you be the breadwinner, you then can get a woman. When you get a woman, you can then have a family, and you'll have this household. Well, with all these women walking away from these men nowadays, these men feel so rejected. They are suffering. They are lonely. They don't really know what to do with themselves. Like, it is a real problem. So when you start dating a man and he is full on aware that you make more money than him, it does something to his whole psychological makeup. His whole mindset just can't really rest easy with that. And so oftentimes what that man will do is he will then go out and cheat, and he's going to cheat on you with a woman who makes way less money than him. Because the fact that she makes way less money than him, he knows that in her eyes, she then kind of looks up to him. She's just like, yes, this is my man. This is the king of the castle. And men love that validation from women. Men love knowing that they like the boss and, they the king of the castle. And oftentimes them having that feeling of security within themselves is linked directly to how much money they make. And when they get with a woman who makes more money than them, they oftentimes disrespects that woman, and they oftentimes will cheat on that woman. Absolutely. Okay, you guys, so it has been an hour. Thank you guys so much for having lunch with me. I think I'm going to start including more of these lives with you guys. Maybe I don't like to overpromise things. So I'm trying to think, what can I really do? What can you do, Tracy? I think I can absolutely do a live like this once a week. Yeah, because I'm going to have lunch. You guys know I'm a multitasker. And so I can just have my lunch with you guys and do a live. And now that I know that I don't need to be on Wi-Fi, I can apparently just be on 5G and I can go live with you guys. I didn't know that. So now that I know that, I can probably promise that I can do a live with you guys once a week, and we can just have lunch like this. And maybe I'll try out that KFC chicken that guy or I don't even know if there's a guy, but that KFC that person was telling me about. And then you guys can put in recommendations too. Say, Tracy, try out this, eat that. But it has to be low carb, you guys. So the KFC, if they still have that grilled chicken, then I'll try that grilled chicken. But if you're going to put in recommendations of where we're going to have our weekly, we can call this our weekly lunch dates, our weekly lunch lives. That's what we can do. Our weekly lunch lives, where we can just talk about anything you guys want to talk about. You guys, I can just answer whatever your questions that you may have. And we can just meet up once a week and do a lunch live. And if you guys don't mind watching me eat, kind of like mukbang style, because I have to be able to eat my lunch, you guys. I can't just sit here and not eat. I need to get my protein in. If you don't mind watching me eat, then we can just do a weekly live like this, and we can just chit chat, and I can answer some of your questions. So that's all I have for you guys today. I was trying to think what video I have coming up tomorrow to remind you guys to have on your notifications. Dang. Ooh. It's either a video coming up, so you guys get the inside scoop. It's either tomorrow's video is either going to be about the expansion of the 4B movement into 5B, 6B, and 7B, and or this new TikTok trend about this black lady came on TikTok and she said, I look so much happier because I stopped dating black men. Oh my God. That is so funny. So it's either one of those two videos that's coming up tomorrow. If it's not the one, then the other one will be on the following day. So it's either going to be tomorrow, the video about the 4B movement expansion, or it's going to be about this TikTok trend about black women saying that they're happier when they stop dating black men. If it's not tomorrow, it'll then be, tomorrow is what? Friday. Then it'll then be on the Saturday video. But look out for those videos, you guys. Make sure to thumbs up the video, thumbs up this live. You guys be sure to thumbs up this live for me. Get us kicked into the good algorithm. It was so good being with you guys. Thank you so much. Bye, Monique. Hey, Monique. Thank you, Blue, for all the wonderful questions that you had today, too. Thank you, guys. I will see you guys next week. But put on your notifications, you guys, because I'm just sporadic like that. I'm a very spontaneous person. It just depends on my mood, depends on what I want to do. You guys know I'm just always, like, what do I feel like? What do I feel like doing? So just make sure to turn on your notifications so that the next time I pop up and do a live like this, you guys will get that notification. Be sure to thumbs up, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the upcoming video. If not, I'll see you guys on the next live. I love you guys. Bye.